Hello, 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 and welcome back. Welcome back to another episode on the GNU project, or introducing Terry Pratchett, or something. I don't know. I'm coming up with names for the project in case you haven't heard. If you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them down in the comments section. But we've been busy. We've been a bit busy here in the world. I wanted to get some progress kind of done, and I just thought, as I'm here, I would do a bit of an exploration of some of the quirks of this particular texture pack. Some of the quirks, like these weird lanterns in the floor, we actually have them. They are jack-o'-lanterns, which are quite cool because... Oh, let me sleep. Lanterns actually have 4 textures, depending on which way the face of the jack-o'-lantern is facing, north, east, south, west, and that it changes by the direction the player is facing when we place them. So what we've done this texture pack is this. I say we. It's actually done by Germsy Boy. When you place these blocks, they change their color depending on the direction you're facing when you place them. So we've got, I think, 4 colors. Yeah, 4 colors to choose from. Like so. So we're actually using them as lighting down here, but that's not all. No. Instead of just using them sort of as these lights down here, we've got a reskinned grey carpet. So grey carpet, when placed, looks exactly like the stone texture, which I think is really neat. There's a couple of little quirks like that around here that you can use with different things for different stuff, but that means that we are now going to be able to just hide light in the street and have the area lit without having to have torches everywhere, which I think is a brilliant idea. We've also, in this texture pack, reskinned the... Again, I'm using the term we. I had nothing to... I have stolen this texture pack outright from the Vaston server. The texture pack itself is called A Taste of Vaston. It's done by Germsy Boy. You will find links in the description to his YouTube channel and some of his work. He's an extremely talented Minecrafter. I highly recommend checking him out. But yeah, he's also done these petrified oak slabs. And he's retextured them to be sort of to go very well with the dirt that we've got laid down here and make a very, very nice uneven floor. This building is going to be our livery or our city stables. I know it doesn't look much like a city, at the moment, but that is the plan going forward, that this should be a city. So yeah, the reason I've brought you in at this point in particular is because we're now at the point with this building. I just have a nommy noms here. I'm now at the point where it's time for me to do some interior work for here, and I've been kind of putting it off quite a lot because I suck at interiors. It's not one of my strong suits. And yeah, I've been doing all kinds of detailing on the outsides and things like that. I've been playing with the window heights there and stuff like this, playing with the roofing textures, all because I don't know what I'm doing with interiors. So I'm just going to try and sort of logically extend like my thought process. I think probably that wouldn't be dirt there, or there. Yeah, just kind of like use logic, I guess, to try and figure out what would be in here. So if we had like a farrier's here, and this is going to be sort of, there's space for 3 horses. Or, as is more likely going to be the case, 2 horses and a mule. So there's space for all of these here. We could even get more around the corner here, I guess. And then sort of this would be like where the people who run the farriers would live. So I'm thinking like a stone bricks floor, actually, not necessarily wood. But what about if we even went with a granite brick floor? So if we did this. Let's get amount of these, shall we? I'm not entirely used to the sound effect of that thing. I don't hate it. It's a weird effect, isn't it? But what do we think of this? If we... Okay, there is some variation in the granite texture, but what do we think of this? It's a bit too simple, isn't it? What if we did granite around the outside and maybe something else? So we did like granite around the outside, and maybe I think perhaps like a wooden strip down the middle. That might be interesting. Do I have any? I've got some spruce planks on me. Yeah, I like that. I like that, and I think for good measure we'd throw in a couple of like, yeah, a couple of sort of the more bricky granite bits here. Yeah, I'm liking how this is come together. Let's see if we can get this done, shall we? Let's get some more granite. So 1 mine hitch. These need to be like so. I don't think you can be that. I think you need to be 4 blocks. Yeah. Yeah, I quite like that. Actually, no, instead of 4 blocks, I've changed my mind. Let's go with this. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't think that's bad. And it blends then, I think, a bit better with this. There's a difference between that and that. Yeah, okay, cool. And we should probably build like a path. Because I think we're going to have... This is obviously a big city square that we're going to be having here. But there's going to be roads coming off of it down this direction. So all down here. There's going to be like a big wide street. With like a wide... almost like a market street. Like a double wide street. Fucking hell. Okay. All right, I apologize. I may take that language out there. I just legitimately jumped out my friggin' skin. That may be, there you go. You can have that. That's fine. You have that chicken. Feel better about yourself. There's. I just threw my mouse. Oh, I almost don't want to see the recording of that because that's going to make me cringe. Oh my lord. Do you know what was going to be the next thing out of my mouth? The funny thing, these horses are still terrifying, by the way. We're waiting for Up to Find to come out. The next thing out of my mouth was going to be how this game is so relaxing to me right now. I'm having such a sort of like my IRL is absolutely chock-a-block with the most stressfulness of everything work related. And so I come home and this game acts as like a nicotine patch. It helps me de-stress. And then like immediately, boom. Literally as that thought was crossing my mind, there's an explosion that makes me jump. Anyway, my point still stands, I think. I enjoy the sort of the relaxed vibe of the area. We went out and got a couple of cows and cats. We got Tom Pigeon. We got Bowser, because he bow wows. And there should be another one called Minx around here somewhere. Not entirely sure where Minx has gotten to, but Minx, there is another kitty cat around here somewhere. So we'll have to track her down. And here's a question for you before we get on and into the interior malarkey and the good fun that this is doubtless going to be. I've got a question for you. Why is it, do you think, that as builders we don't like doing interiors that much? I mean, I know I'm generalizing here, and actually there's some very talented builders that do interiors. But I find it a lot with like some of the builders I follow. It might just be the select group of people that I tend to follow. But they tend to be very good at sort of building exteriors and detailing and things like that. But when you walk inside their houses, nothing. There's nothing there. They didn't bother. Just move. They move on to the next house. There are some like Mythical Sausage and others that spring to mind doubtless as soon as I've stopped recording. There are some that are incredibly talented, I think. They really put some effort, and their interiors are amazing. But I must say, the majority that I tend to come across we don't do them. I wonder why that is. Thoughts in the comments, please. What do you guys think? Why do you think sort of builders don't like to do interiors as typically as much? Okay, there is something there. I don't care I don't know what that noise is, but there is a noise happening, and it's freaking me out, guys. Is that just cave noises? Are there caves down? Okay, I don't do this very often. Is that because there's like some caves? There's like a small bit of cave, I guess, but that's not that much. Ooh. Curious. Anyway, right, let's get out of there. It's weird. I don't like flying through the ground. I thought there might be like a big cavern or something under there. What am I after? I'm after survival, please. Can I get back, please? Thank you. Yeah, I thought there'd be like a big cavern or something, like a big ravine that I'm sort of missing out on. But no, there's none of that. It's just it's one thing. I think we should probably add a trapdoor like that. Awesome. Just some nice flower boxes just to round it out. And actually, that's a good point. We probably better detail the top of this as well, because around this side, just remembered, around this side we've got some spruce fences, and so on and so on. That's right. And there is another thing. There's one more thing about 1.14 that I am quite enjoying, and I wanted to share with you. Before I can, though, I just need a few more dark oak stairs. So if we do this, I like it so. Beautiful. So there's something else called scaffolding that has been introduced to the game, and I am a complete convert. Just like everyone else, I was super skeptical about it, about how useful it was going to be, about how, whether or not I'd like it, and so on and so forth. And I'm sold. I absolutely love it. I think it's so... Building this house has gone up like a actual dream. Thanks to scaffolding. I cannot have asked for an easier way to get around. I even prefer it to like flight mode. Oh, did I do this? Is it upside down? I think it's upside down. Yeah, I even prefer it to like flight mode in creative. I think it's superb. Now there might be some of you now that are going, "Whoa, Philly, you've just gone too far. Don't be coming at flight mode now." Beep. I think. Please tell me that was upside down. If I now go back and check, and it turns out I've done it the right way. Oh, good. No, that is. You know those moments of self-doubt where you do something, you're like, "Did I just make a mistake?" Yeah, but like, how easy was that? I tell you, if I did that in survival using dirt and things like that, that would not have been anywhere near as easy, because you got to do this. You got to do this, and the jump, and the place, and the jump, and the place, and the jump, and you got to do it. And then you realise that actually I need to be 5 blocks that way. So you don't go, and you go, and then you got to go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8. And then a phantom comes at you and knocks you off. And then what have you got to do? Well, you've got to take them all down. And then you got to build them all back up again. Why? With the scaffolding, it's just so much easier. I will fight any man or woman who says that scaffolding is not a brilliant thing in Minecraft. It's completely sold me. Let's pop a yellow flower. Just for this. Can I do this? Whoop. No, I can't. Right. I can do this. Yeep. No, I can't. Yes. Yeah, I need to put some more. I need to actually decorate those, I think. Figure out what's going to go in them. I put a blue orchid up there. Well, that would probably be the ugliest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Yep, I think that is the ugliest thing I have ever seen in my life. That's the worst. How? I'll have to think about it. Let me tear some down. Let me spend some time. This is the sort of thing I think I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do off. And look, I'm at it again, guys. What did I say I was doing? What did I say? I said that I am procrastinating because I don't want to do the interior. That is what I told you, wasn't it? That is what. Get inside, Soothing Philly. We're going to do this interior right now, you and I. I'm not standing for it anymore, I say. All right, so what? Get a grip. I can do that later. Right, so let's do this. Just for argument's sake. Let's, that's another good thing. Look, amazing tables. Amazing tables. All right, so what if we did this? If I got a couple of signs. Oh, and that's a good point. We can have dark oak signs now. Yes, well, what if we got a dark oak sign? Like so. And we don't write on it because that will be weird. But what if we did? Ooh. You can't tell me you hate that. You can't tell me you hate that at all. That's quite cool, isn't it? And what I was thinking is we could have some kind of table set up here. Maybe not here. Maybe here. And on that table we can put, because there's a new thing in the game as well. I'm full of new things in the game today. I'm not entirely sure how to make one of these. I think I need some slabs. But there are such things now as barrels, look. Oh, I see. So we've got planks and we've got things. Let's make a couple of barrels. And let's just see how these look. Ooh. Oh, I like it. Oh, we've got variant textures on these. Ooh, okay. So that's interesting, right? So I think that. Oh, it's full of apples. Is that always full of apples? What if I place it? This is going to be weird if that's always full. Oh, okay. No, so sometimes it's full of wheat. That's bizarre. But what if I? So, that's all right. My confused noises at the moment are probably not helping. But I'm wondering if I can I do? See, because that could be apples for the horses. Look, the horses could have apples. Okay, so I don't want that. I want this one, please. Apples, please. No. Apples. No. Apple. Are these location dependent? Can I only get apples in certain places? There you go. Apples. That'll do. I like that. Oh, look. I'm sorry. That has made me a very happy boy. Look at the apples for the horses. As you come in, just a dash of colour. It's a bit vibrant. It's a bit bright. I suppose the apple texture is normally quite bright. Let's get inside. Let's go to sleep. I suppose the apple texture, the apple colours is normally quite bright. And I don't see why they would have a thing of hay inside. That would probably need to go outside. But I'm thinking maybe here. No, that can't be apples. Can I have a hay one, please? I'm going to have to talk to Germsy Boy and see how he's doing this magic. Because what if I put it one up? So what if we did this? Because I think you can directly place. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm figuring out how this all works. All these new blocks. I quite like that. That looks like a water butt. And there's one little thing I just wanted to have on that I think might be appropriate. I'm not sure if I have it. I do have one. So like this, for example. So like that would make a nice water butt there. And this could make a lovely like tankard, like ale. So you'd come in and you'd get yourself a barrel, a beer, because these guys are going to be, they're not poor. These guys, I mean, they're not going to be very rich, but they're not going to be very poor either. I like it, and you can kind of see in there. Yeah, I like that. This place is coming alive. Maybe I'm not quite so bad at these interiors here, SoothingFilly. Perhaps you're not. Perhaps I'm not the worst person in the world. Right, let's get some cookers in there. Oh, ho, ho, ho. When you get that feeling that actually you're quite happy with how something's turned out? Well, yeah, I'm getting that feeling. I think, dare I say it, we have finally gotten there. We have ourselves a wandering trader wandering around. Hello, buddy. You make yourselves at home. But let me show you around the barn. We've got our horses in. They're all still terrifying, of course. We put a little wheelbarrow in place here. We're making use of the barrels as things. I can't remember what I've shown you. So I'm just going to give you a quick all kind of tour around. Inside, we have ourselves like a little work area here. There's Flyke 12. I think Flyke 12. Flyke 12 is actually a member of the community. He has been popping up in my streams, and he was very generous enough during one of my live streams on this server to in Discworld to donate a bunch of subscriptions to the channel and to the watchers and things like that. He was crazy generous. He just kind of came in. So he's not an official Patreon, so he doesn't get an armor stand or written into the lore, but he can definitely be our weaponsmith for now. Yeah, thank you very much, Flyke, for your contribution. I really appreciate it. And yes, that will be counted in the donation to the Alzheimer's research. So thank you again. Yeah, we did a bit more tables. We've got Tom Pigeon, the cat, has come to join us. I quite like how things are looking down here. They've got a little kitchen over here. I did a cool thing. Oh, that's it. It's dark outside. Let's get some sleep. Sorry, Flyke, I'm just going to take your bed if you don't mind. Awesome. Yeah, so I sort of changed up the table a little bit. Yeah, I've got a cool chopping board. I sort of quite. It's a bit. If I stop moving, it stops sort of glitching. But hopefully that will be fixed with a bit of Optifine. But I think that looks like bread on a chopping board. That sort of counts. Got like a little oven area over here. Upstairs, I did a little bit more renovating. And we've also got Maz and or Extreme Beyond, and there should be. They do like this corner. I'm not entirely sure why. Dot. Yeah, Maz and Dot both donated to the Alzheimer's research. Again, they're not proper. They didn't sort of join the Patreon as such. This is all sort of donated during stream, so they're being honoured in the same way. You guys can live out eternity here in the house, being useful and being traded with and things like that. We have a spare one because those two, as soon as I got them in, they looked at each other and made a baby. So clearly, Maz and Dot are very happy with each other. So the third one grew up, and I figured they may as well be a librarian as well. We got ourselves a little enchanting area up here. In here, we've got like a couple of little bedrooms for the villagers there. That's our count of how many. We've taken down 6 so far, 6 of the new illagers, and just a little bit of storage up here. Just a nice neat little attic area. A spare bed just in case, that sort of thing. But yeah, I quite like. Considering I don't really do interiors, I don't think it's done too badly. Do you? Got little apples for the horses. Little apples. Huh? Yeah, I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. If I'm honest with you, like the little detailing around the roofs, I'm happy with eventually. Oh, that took me a long time to get that right. You wouldn't believe. So yeah, that is going to be very nearly about it. And I say very nearly because there's one thing that I have not done this episode that I did want to update you guys on. If you remember, at the end of last episode, we discussed very briefly about what was going on in the world, in this particular area that we're building. If you remember, there was a secret society who went about bringing a dragon back into the city in order to sort of bring down the current arrangement and set themselves up in a position of power. And I told you that their plan worked. The dragon came, they banished it back, and all was well and good with them. But right at the end of the last episode, the dragon arrives back. And he is pissed. This dragon is not having any of it. The first thing he does, as I mentioned to you before, there was a magical university there. The first thing the dragon does is sap all of the magical energy out of the university. Well, not all of it. He draws on the magic of the university to give him power. He doesn't need these humans anymore. And it's time for him to find some revenge. Raising his head, he looks out across the city. You know, it's plains for us, but it's city for dragon. Looks out across the city, and he can smell the mines of the Secret Brotherhood. And he goes off, lands on their building, takes one look down, and sets the entire place aflame. They, unfortunately, they all perish. It's a white-hot torrent of dragon flame that comes down and, completely eradicates them. All except the leader. The leader himself wasn't actually in the building at the time. He was out organising the coronation, of all things. He was sort of doing the official stuff. So the dragon is back now, and they're about to crown their new king. The city decides to go along with it anyway. The coronation is planned after all. Half the city believe the dragon to be dead at this point, and they just don't believe the dragon's back because we saw it all killed, right? We saw the king come along, all right, in this very square and put the sword in. No more dragon. So they don't believe that the dragon is back, and the dragon's not stupid enough to make itself known. It sort of hides out for now. And during the coronation, which actually I believe is also held in this square, they set up a plinth, which we may be building. I'm thinking next episode, I'm going to spend the interim time getting some buildings in around here, and I may build the coronation. So what they had is they had like a big raised area here with a platform with like a throne on it. And the dragon lands midway through the coronation, takes one look at this fake king, and puts him to the torch as well. He lives matter of seconds as well. No one's gonna. This dragon is pissed, like you would not imagine. There it is in its own little dimension. Dragon's in its own little set of dimensions. Quite happy. It gets dragged into our world, forced to fly around, not allowed to kill when it's in the middle of a fight with this man, and then sent back. No. Now that it's back here, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So yeah, the fake king is very quickly dealt with. And the dragon decides, this king thing sounds like a good idea. Do you know what? I'm going to be king. The dragon, basically, without asking anyone, after having torched the poor would-be king from his throne, takes one look at the palace, which I believe we're going to be building over in that direction, and walks home. It shoulders its way through the glass, it burns down the doors, and starts to make its lair in the palace. As far as it's concerned, it is now king of Ankh-Morpork. And that is where we're going to leave the story for today. The last episode, I'm going to be building the throne. The last episode is going to be much more lore-focused. I want to kind of finish. The story's nearly at an end. I want to kind of sort of wrap up the story in the next episode. But between now and then, I'm going to try and get some storage up. I'm going to try and get some more other little shops here and there that sort of help to set the scene a little bit. And in the middle, I think, I'm trying to decide how I want the story to be represented in this square somewhere. This is going to be a fountain eventually. And I think the coronation. I think the coronation is going to be the scene that I want to do here. There's going to be we can build like a raised plinth here and things like that. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. For now though, guys, that's just going to be about it for me. I want to make a massive thank you to everyone who's been showing up in my streams and messaging me and comments and likes and shares. All of the support for this project and what I'm trying to accomplish has blown my mind. The kind words that you've all done and people in the streams dipping your hands into your pockets and donating. You can become a Patreon. The links will all be down in the description. But as I say, that's actually going to be it from me. Thank you all for watching and I hope you're having a great day. We'll see you all in the next episode. I swear I just heard a meow. I did. I just heard a meow. Ah, hello, Minx. I found you. Oh, that's good. Real life Minx will be pleased. We were worried we'd lost you there, Minxie. Come this way. Come on, let's get you over. Outstanding. All right, there you go. We've got ourselves a house cat. Well, a sort of cat. We need to find a better place for her to sit, I think. Are you just going to pathfind? You just want to go to that corner, don't you? Well, that's fair enough, Minx. You want to go to that corner, you can stay in that corner. Let's carry on.